Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Infinity, and this is Magnetize Yourself, where we talk about life, love, spirituality, and of course, the law of attraction. Before I get into the video, I do just want to apologize. I know that I typically post on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. However, this past week, I was feeling a bit under the weather, and I'm still not 100% today. So I'm just going to go ahead and do this collective reading, channel whatever comes through, and if it is a bit shorter than usual, just know it's because I'm still fully refreshing my energy. Also, you may notice that the audio quality sounds a little bit different, and that's because I have to use a different microphone to record today and for the next week or so, but after that, I will be back to my same recording setup. So if you don't like this audio quality, that's perfectly fine. You can check back in a few weeks and things will be back to the way that they were. But I really just felt the urge to do this reading because in spite of my energy being a little bit diminished the last few days and a little chaotic, I felt a very strong pull to do this reading. I feel like there is a major, I want to call it a shift, but almost like more so an energetic processing taking place in the collective, especially within the Twin Flame Collective, for those of you who identify as Twin Flames. So this reading, just to be clear, is specifically intended for divine love connections, for Twin Flame connections. However, I do want to say, because I don't normally say this in my readings, but if you find that you are dealing with a situation where you either don't resonate with the Twin Flame label or you aren't sure whether or not the person you're dealing with is a Twin Flame, just know that some of these messages may still connect with you in a meaningful way. And I really just don't believe in coincidences or accidents. I believe that everything truly happens for a reason, that you found this video for a reason. So as always, just take only what resonates with your heart and soul and take everything that resonates, as I always say. So I'm going to go ahead and get my cards organized here, as well as my love word scramble, which many of you who watch my channel know, this is just random words that I channel that connect with the reading in some way. Okay, so I'm going to start by shuffling the Energy Oracle cards deck. One card already flew out. Please do, by the way, like this video and subscribe to this channel if you do want me to channel specific individualized messages for you and your situation, because by taking these two actions, by liking and subscribing, you are virtually sending your energy to me, and I'm able to actually pick up on that energy and channel more specific messages for you and for your situation. So I'm going to go ahead and set my own intentions for this reading aloud. Be sure to set your own intentions if you feel guided to do so, either within your own minds or by typing your intention in the comments, whatever resonates with you. So my intention for this reading is to channel clear messages for specific Twin Flames who will be drawn to this video, and to especially address any doubts or confusion that anyone who found this video may be experiencing within themselves, within their life, or within this connection specifically. Okay, so again, I'm shuffling the Energy Oracle cards deck here, and I just want to let you know also that the three decks I used most often in these readings, which are the Energy Oracle cards, not the Love Word Scramble, the Romance Angels deck, the Ask Angels deck, and the Lover's Oracle. All of those are linked under this video in the description box. You kind of have to scroll towards the bottom, but you should find the links there. So what do Twin Flames listening to this reading need to know at this time? Okay, so I have two cards here, and I'm going to see if we can get a third card to kick off this reading. And a third card just flew out. Okay, so card number one is the Temple Path in the upright position. And the moment I flipped over this card, I had this wave of goosebumps rush over my being. And I heard, you are on the right path, even if you feel like you aren't on the right path. And I feel specifically this could be a message intended for someone who has been confused. Someone who has, I just heard decision. So this person could have recently made some kind of decision within this twin flame connection or within their life. And as I was saying that, I stumbled over my words because a few cards flew out. And I feel that this decision was some kind of a leap of faith for this person, even if it was just an emotional decision, like a resolve within oneself. Although I am hearing for many, it was like some literal decision being made in work, in family, in a relationship. I feel like whatever this was, I saw the word courage. This required a lot of courage. Like I'm even feeling almost like butterflies in my stomach, kind of nervous. And I know this is only going to be for probably one person listening, but you need to know if you made a decision recently that you felt conflicted about, but that felt like a leap of faith and felt like a decision of the soul, you need to know that you're on the right path. And specifically, I'm also hearing that this person may be seeing repeating numbers and other kinds of spiritually significant signs that are indicating to this person, yes, you are on the right path. Okay, so the clarification cards that came out for this Temple Path card were Happy Family reversed and the Thinking Woman in the upright position. This is really interesting. So I'm hearing specifically that this is such a complex message, and this could only be for one person, but someone I'm connecting with here, I feel that I just heard lost their vision or had to change a vision. I feel that someone I'm connecting with here, something happened that was not going according to plan, or at least the plan that your ego had made for this situation or this connection. And whatever this was, I feel it did cause a triggering of this person's ego. I do feel that I just heard control. Almost like this is what I'm kind of seeing, like someone I'm connecting with here had a plan for how they wanted something to work out in this connection, in this relationship. It didn't happen that way. This could even literally have to do with wanting to create a future romantically with a person, wanting to start a family together, something like that. Whatever it is for this person, you will know how it applies to you individually. But I do feel this strongly having a divine feminine energy. Because of the thinking woman, I usually connect with this with the triggering or flaring up of a divine feminine's ego. So I feel that whenever this thing didn't happen, didn't go according to plan, someone's ego, I just heard, got over involved or tried to control the situation. Can I please get more clarification on what happened in this situation that caused this divine feminine to feel her ego flaring up? Magician and the Mirror in the reverse position, of course. So this is one of the two cards in the deck I most strongly associate with twin flame connections, the other being the yin yang card. The reason I say that is because the man in this image is holding a blue light on one hand and orange light in the other hand, which often symbolizes the balance between the divine feminine and the divine masculine in a twin flame connection. With this card, I hear it's like we were out of balance and it triggered my ego or just her fear. It could have caused this divine feminine a lot of fear. I want to see if I can get more specifics on this. Okay, so the word forward and step came out. So I'm hearing that in this connection, there could be a situation for someone listening where one of you wanted to move forward, but the other person, it didn't, like in the physical. I'm speaking from a 3D perspective here because, of course, as twin flames, there is always a soul level parallelism that happens, a mirroring that happens energetically. But I feel that in the physical, it looks like one person was ready. I just heard ready to move forward. There could even be some emotional immaturity going on here on one side. And as I was saying that, oh my gosh, guys, the yin yang card reversed came out also. I strongly feel we are dealing with a twin flame connection here that got severely imbalanced. And the reason I say that is because yin yang and magician in the mirror are both reversed here. The two twin flame cards in the deck coming out back to back, both in the reverse position. Hopefully we'll get more details specifically on what could have been out of balance in this situation, but I do feel this triggering specifically a divine feminine's ego or fear in some way because she lost control or a grip over some kind of a vision she had for this connection. However, it's so strange because all of this is so in contrast to the Temple Path card in the upright position here. It's like, I hear spirit now kind of coming in to say, it's like, whoever you are, if you are connecting with this message to you, I feel in the physical, everything looks chaotic, everything looks out of balance, but on a soul level, things are in perfect balance, things are unfolding perfectly. And I feel that for this person, their ego would almost respond to that and be like, there is no way that everything is working out perfectly, that things are on the right track because of how things look physically, but it's almost like exactly the opposite. I feel this strong contrast between what is going on energetically in this person's life and in this connection on a soul level and what is manifesting right now in the physical. And I feel that that disconnect is really causing some triggering of the ego and resulting confusion for this person. Yeah, because the next card that I pulled in the initial spread is Victory in the reverse position. I'm actually feeling guided to read a little bit about this card. Success and achievement reversed. The Victory card reversed signals a delay or reversal in a hoped-for outcome, whether it's in personal change or external achievement. Success may have been eluding you for some time, but don't despair. Whatever is going on externally, remember that the equanimity of peaceful surrender can often be your biggest victory of all. I just heard surrender, like let go, but not in the sense that many people would take it from an ego perspective, as in cut off a person, just completely cut ties. A sense of, I just heard surrendering to what is. And this actually came out in my most recent Instagram post. You can follow me on Instagram at @magnetizeyourself, by the way, for exclusive twin flame energy updates there. But in this post, in the caption, I felt drawn or called to speak a bit on the fact that sometimes as twin flames, we have this tendency to resist what is going on in physical reality, because very often this connection is so strongly experienced energetically on a soul level, and what is happening physically can look so contrasting, can look so different to the depths of love and emotional intensity we are experiencing energetically. And there is this call I'm feeling collectively for a surrendering, for a letting go, taking a breath, taking a pause, having the courage to fully trust. And as I said, fully trust, I know that I felt someone kind of responding who is listening to this saying, well, I am trusting, but they don't realize there's a part of them that is still refusing to fully trust the process. And you can know that this is you that I'm connecting with. Again, this may only be one person, but I feel this person who still has parts of their unconscious self who are holding on out of fear or not trusting fully is someone who's being guided very strongly, intuitively in a certain direction, being sent signs, signals, but resisting this because they're thinking, if I do these things, if I take these steps, how are things going to manifest, going to work themselves out with my twin in the physical? So they're continuing to push, continuing to try to paddle upstream, kind of metaphorically within this connection, to overwork themselves, to push themselves to the point of frustration, trying to make ends meet, trying to work things out through their logical mind, through planning, through whatever it is. And whoever I'm connecting with here, you're being called to deeper levels of surrender. So I really hope that this message reaches you. Also, I do want to say that if you are struggling in any way, as many of us do, especially on this very highly evolved soul path, if you are struggling with fully surrendering, fully letting go, I do most strongly recommend for you establishing a meditation practice and specifically employing the use of subliminals as you meditate. And the reason I say this is because subliminals are meditation tracks that contain unconscious affirmations. And the word unconscious is key here because Subliminals are designed to bypass the conscious filter of your mind, which is like the gatekeeper to the subconscious. Now, this is important because it's actually our subconscious mind that controls 95% of our thoughts, words, actions, and outcomes in life. However, it is so deeply unconscious that very often we can unconsciously act, react, and even manifest and attract experiences in our lives, and especially within this twin flame connection, that could be very contradictory to what we consciously want. And the reason that this happens is because there could be subconscious or unconscious blocks within us that could come from childhood, could be stored generational traumas, past life experiences that we carry with us that can actually block us from consciously manifesting what we truly desire in our lives. So this is why I'm so passionate about subliminals. And really, another reason I'm so passionate is because simply from personal experience, I started using subliminals most consistently last year, specifically in the fall. And that is the pivotal point at which everything in my life began to radically transform. I began to build the business of my dreams. I was able to grow this YouTube channel and this beautiful community here. I was able to make several huge positive leaps forward in so many areas of my life, all because I started truly focusing on clearing my energy by addressing my unconsciously stored blocks within my own subconscious. So as you can see on the screen, I've created this website, soundandsoulful.com, and on this website, I've created over 100 subliminals for all areas of life. So I have subliminals for physical appearance changes, mood shifts like confidence, happiness, anxiety relief, for love and relationships. And of course, I have an entire section of subliminals dedicated exclusively to twin flames. So if you are connecting with feeling stuck, feeling stagnant in a specific area of your life, or just in general, I most highly recommend my 2 7-chakra clearing subliminals. The first is just a general, comprehensive, deep level energy clearing. The second is designed specifically for twin flames on this twin flame path within this connection. So these 2 subliminals are linked in the pinned comment and description box under this video. You can try out any subliminal I've created completely free for 7 days by creating a free trial account on my website. And again, all of that information will be linked below, as well as links to any future subliminals I recommend during this reading. So just moving along in this initial card progression here, we have the Temple Path upright, Victory reversed, and now Patience. What a beautiful and strong, clear message coming through here, because I'm sure you intuitively already can see this progression, but we've got Temple Path upright, and I said, I felt that someone listening to this reading feels as though they may not be on the right path. And again, we did clarify that with the yin yang reverse, the magician in the mirror reverse, potential imbalances, severe even imbalances within this twin flame connection playing out in the physical, this future, this so-called metaphoric happy family, stable, manifested romantic future with your person seeming to be, I just heard like sabotage. I see someone just feeling like this I just heard blind attack, almost feeling like this tower moment came out of nowhere. I heard this person calling it an ending, although I feel their soul wouldn't refer to it that way. It like felt like an ending to them, even some kind of a soul death, an ego death. But this is really a metamorphosis, a transformation. I just heard, but you can't fully see that yet, but you will see that. I see that with the Patience card. I just heard clear sight, like clairvoyancy, meaning that in this situation, I feel that you will come to a point of clarity. However, I feel right now, many of you may feel stuck in some kind of a fog, some kind of a confusion, but I feel this will be transformed into clarity. Let's see if I can get a time frame on when this will transform from confusion to clarity. So when will the collective move from an energy of confusion to clarity? Forgiveness is the card that came out. Wow, very powerful. You will reach clarity when you fully forgive. Now, forgive is a word that as a society we've placed a lot of judgments on. like, oh, you need to forgive this person or you shouldn't forgive this person. Really, the word forgiveness is equivalent energetically to the idea of letting go, releasing, surrendering. And it's interesting the word surrendering came out here because I spoke earlier on how collectively as twin flames, we are being called to deeper levels of surrender than we've ever been called to before. Not just surrendering consciously as in with our words, saying, okay, universe, I let go of this person, this connection. No, even deeper than that, a surrender that goes to the very core of our soul, a surrender that says, even if I am separated physically from this person, even if I am not speaking to this person, I trust that what is meant to be will be, and twin flame connections are inherently meant to be because they are the most magnetically attractive connections on this planet. So I simply trust that if I am allowing my intuition to guide me, my heart and soul, the compass of my heart, the intuition to guide me, if I allow the signs, the synchronicities to lead me, I am willing to walk that path blindly, even if I feel as though, when I see this person, feeling as though these signs or this intuition is actually leading them the opposite direction from their person, because that is how it appears, but it's an illusion. It's an illusion in the physical that is telling them that this path they're feeling guided down is taking them away from their person, when it's actually, I just heard, the only thing that is going to preserve this connection, that is actually bringing them closer in the end. But it's all very roundabout. I just heard scenic routes, so it may feel as though you're taking the scenic routes around to reunion, meaning that it's kind of like a detour, but it's not really a detour. It's actually the only path you can go down right now. That's kind of what I'm hearing. And the Sun card also came out here. So it's like this path that we're speaking on, this path your intuition is leading you down that may actually feel as though it's leading you in the wrong direction, is actually leading you straight to this new beginning. Now, the next card to fly out is hostilities in the reverse. It's so funny. There's such a contrast here because on the one side we had magician in the mirror reversed, yin yang reversed, happy family reversed, all of these seemingly kind of what we would label as negative indicators. But then on the other side, we have the temple path, patience, new beginning, an end to hostilities, a peaceful resolution. And I feel this is really reflecting the fact that what is going on energetically on a divine soul level, what is unfolding, is very different from how the ego is perceiving what is unfolding, if that makes sense, perceiving this situation. There's something about the ego overlaying its physical 3D perceptions or judgments on some kind of a situation collectively that's happening. In the extended, we will be specifically asking what has been unbalanced in this twin flame connection, as well as what is coming in the future. And I will try to channel some more specific predictive messages for the future of this connection to really just soothe the ego here that I feel could be in a state of confusion or triggering, and really reconnect you with your intuition about this person, about this connection, and about this situation. So again, all of that will be in the extended portions of this reading, which are linked in the pinned comment and description box under this video if you are interested in accessing that. Okay guys, so I am actually going to be reshuffling the cards here because we've been channeling a lot of really intense, really powerful messages, and I really just want to clear out these energies and get into what's going on potentially on the divine masculine side and the divine feminine side, because I know that many of you enjoy when we address each side to these energies. And I'm going to start with divine masculine. So what is going on with the collective divine masculine? And let's actually start on a 3D physical level. So as you know, if you listen to my readings often, I like to make a contrast between the physical 3D self and the higher self, because especially as twin flames, very often what is going on emotionally is very different than what is happening energetically on a soul level. So what we are consciously, emotionally experiencing, or even what is playing out in our physical world, is often very different from our soul's perspective and our person's soul perspective on this situation. So the first card to fly out here is Door to Spirit in the reverse position. I just heard emotionally immature. So someone listening could be dealing with a masculine who is emotionally immature or blocked somehow. I heard third eye. I heard blocked intuition. I want to know, and I'm kind of getting a past energy from this card, like this could be a situation in the past for this divine masculine of not listening to their intuition about something. So how was this divine masculine not listening to their intuition? Okay, so Goddess of the Moon reversed. This card I often connect to the divine feminine. So I'm hearing that for this divine masculine. Okay, so I heard identity. It's almost like the identity of my divine feminine. That's what I hear this divine masculine's 3D self saying. I hear him saying, I remembered you, or I knew you on a soul level, but I wasn't consciously connected with your identity. Now, I know that sounds really strange to many of you listening, but I feel like this divine masculine wasn't in the past, or potentially even in the present, it could depend on your situation, wasn't fully connecting with the fact that he was dealing with his divine feminine counterpart. I feel that it's like he didn't fully consciously connect with what kind of soul connection he was dealing with here. And I feel like this had some kind of a detrimental effect on this relationship. Now the words Southern, General, and Rise came out. I heard rising masculine, also like awakening masculine. So this could be a masculine who is waking up in some kind of a strong way. Now, Door to Personal Healing and Happiness reversed also came out here. So I heard delayed healing. I heard delayed happy ending, delayed healing. I feel that because this masculine was, okay, this is kind of strange, but I feel this masculine was being so strongly guided by his soul, by his guides, by the divine forces guiding his life to realize, wake up to the truth of this connection. But I feel that for whatever reason, he was blocking out this intuition. I keep getting an itching in my throat. So I feel this could have something to do with him not communicating his true feelings or thoughts, or being slow to communicate or something like that, or not communicating at all. That won't apply to all of you. But I do feel him, like his disconnect from his intuition caused him to be either unsure about this love connection, or to express uncertainty in his actions, to seem non-committal, non-communicative. There's something going on here where it's like, because he was blocked intuitively from all the signs, all the synchronicities, I just heard I was stuck in my head. I was stuck in my own head. Because of this actually delayed his healing and also caused him unhappiness by pushing what he really wanted further down the line, which I feel is this happily ever after. I feel that on a soul level, he wanted this connection to have a physical manifested reunion, but it's like he was disconnected from what his soul really wanted in this situation. Yeah, Hostilities Reversed came out here, which is really interesting. I actually want to read a little bit about this to see how it connects. Defenses up, aggressive energy. That's the upright position of this card. But reversed, it says it marks the end of hostilities for you. There's a shift in the energies around you and even about you. The universe is supporting your own internal shift as well. Whether the aggressive action has ended due to external factors or your own intervention, this card bodes well for more peace and harmony. This is really interesting. Guys, I'm not quite sure how this connects yet. I'm going to see if I can get more information. So what is this peaceful resolution? How does this hostilities card reversed apply? The Temple Path reversed. This is so interesting because I spoke on a divine feminine who I felt was on her path, even if it felt like she was not on her path. But now for this masculine, it's like almost the opposite. I feel like he was not following his intuition, not following his divine path. I'm not sure if this is still going on, so I'm hopefully going to get some details for this. What is this peaceful resolution? For some reason, I just heard like, let him take his detour, let him do what he needs to do. And this you being the divine feminine, I hear spirit speaking to the divine feminine, saying or guiding her to I just heard like protect yourself, protect your energy, release, surrender, allow the divine masculine to do his healing work that may have to happen during a period of separation. Attachment card in the upright position. I keep getting this energy here of a situation, and again, this won't be for everyone, but I'm feeling this situation where it's like there could have been some kind of mirroring, triggering, back and forth, even like some kind of hostilities or conflict or something that caused this divine masculine and divine feminine to both hold on to each other too tightly. I see two people, and let me explain that, by the way, or clarify that, because I know that's not 100% an energetically accurate way to describe this. It's hard to find the physical words sometimes to describe these highly sensitive energetic dynamics, but I will get into details on this. But I'm feeling, or I'm seeing the imagery of like a divine feminine and divine masculine twin flame couple holding on, like they are embracing each other, but they're on a sinking ship. And I just had to like take a deep breath because that energy was so intense. And I'm actually like, tears are coming to my eyes. It's almost like the Titanic. It's like, I hear someone saying, it's like, I don't want to take the lifeboat because I don't want to leave you. It's like this energy of like, if they get off of this sinking ship, they somehow have to separate. They have to be in separate lifeboats, and they'll both survive. And of course, this is all metaphoric. They'll both survive, but they wouldn't be holding on to each other anymore. And that's really painful for them. So for a long time, they chose to just go down on this sinking ship, holding each other rather than being physically apart in some way. So that's the metaphor I'm getting. I'm getting chills all over as I'm visualizing this. And I know many of you already will know how that intuitively applies to your situation, but the feeling I'm getting is two people who in the physical, in the 3D world, were trying to hold on to something. This is some kind of negative attachment here with the attachment card upright. Trying to hold on to some circumstance, some relationship status. Maybe they were trying to remain physically in the same space or in some kind of physically labeled romantic connection or something in the physical. And they didn't want to let this go because it's like they loved each other so much. They wanted to have this physical manifested connection. However, the energy I'm getting from this situation is like, for many listening, one or the other had to choose to take that lifeboat, had to choose to let go. And I know that this is something that could have happened specifically around the time of Mercury retrograde for many of you. There was, for many of you, a tower moment that caused some kind of separation that could be physical, mental, emotional, energetic with communication, or just some kind of intense situation that required some deeper level of surrender that could have looked like a letting go or a creation of physical distance or space in the physical in some way. And I'm hearing the message here is, this was necessary for each of you to heal yourselves. This was a sacred space of separation. This was each of you taking your own lifeboat in this metaphor so that you could survive, meaning so that you could remain on this divine path. You could preserve this connection for the future. But what you had to, I'm hearing like you had to sacrifice. There's this word sacrifice coming up here, like someone feels like they had to sacrifice, they had to let go of something in the physical that they actually wanted in order to somehow preserve this connection for the future. But I do feel this person isn't even consciously aware right now on a 3D level of whether this connection can even be preserved. It's like you could be listening thinking, well, whatever happened makes me feel like this connection isn't going to be preserved. But you are being divinely reassured that it is, that this is you and your person taking that lifeboat, allowing for this sacred space of healing between you in order to preserve this connection for the future. Now, again, I know that these messages won't apply to everyone, so only take what resonates with you specifically, but I know that someone really needed to hear that at this time. So I do want to now turn to the divine feminine in the physical 3D world. The words drawn, weather, and tomorrow came out. Specifically, I heard someone saying, I don't know what's coming tomorrow. I just feel drawn down this certain path or in this certain direction. This could apply again to what I spoke on earlier with there being potentially some kind of leap of faith for someone, a decision made purely on trust that felt scary. And trust, when I say the word trust, I mean trust of one's own intuition, trust of the fact that if the signs are pointing you in a certain direction and your intuition is leading you in a certain direction, then that path is for you, regardless of other people's opinions, regardless of even sometimes your own ego's opinions, the ego's judgments on where you are being intuitively guided. Yeah, and as I was speaking that, the solar plexus, the third chakra card, came out in the upright position, which is really synchronistic because I was getting these kinds of solar plexus sensations all day, almost like a feeling of nausea. And I feel that some of you could also be experiencing this because what you are picking up on is a collective, powerful shift happening, especially through the solar plexus, through cultivating core, deep confidence, soul level confidence, the ability to firmly make your own decisions and to create and hold strong boundaries with others energetically and in your 3D physical reality. I've also been seeing a lot of the number 1155, so that might be significant to you in some way. Now, if you are connecting personally with the solar plexus messages, perhaps you've been feeling those kinds of stomach sensations, that powerful, intense energy coming through. I just heard sleeplessness could be somehow surrounding this energetic shift. You could also be feeling your self-worth or feelings of self-confidence coming into question. You may be feeling feelings of doubt or confusion. I heard that in order to reach clarity, you may want to focus on solar plexus healing, on clearing any energetic blockages you may be specifically holding in the solar plexus area, to really come into your core level confidence. So if you would like an energetic tool to assist you with this, I do have a subliminal meditation specifically for solar plexus activation. This contains affirmations designed to deeply uproot any kinds of negative energies or vibrations or blockages that we hold within the solar plexus, and really replacing these negative blocks with powerful, magnetic, positive thoughts and ideas that will cause us to exude a very radiant, strong, powerful, confident kind of energy from the solar plexus chakra. So the link to that subliminal is in the pinned comment under this video. But the next two cards I pulled here were Door to Personal Healing and Happiness uprights and the Action card in the upright position. Now, I found it really interesting that on the Divine Masculine side, we pulled Door to Personal Healing and Happiness reversed, and on the feminine side, it's in the upright position. Now, of course, twin flames do always mirror one another's energy on a soul level, but we're speaking right now on what's going on in the 3D, and sometimes that mirroring can be more difficult to see on a 3D level. Specifically, I'm hearing a divine feminine, and this won't be everyone, but someone listening who might feel as though her divine masculine is either not healing or not healing quickly enough, and she's feeling guided in some kind of a direction that could be causing some kind of a physical disconnect from the masculine in the 3D, but that allows her to have the space, the energetic protection, and the time she needs to heal. And again, this won't be for everyone, but if that is you and you're feeling guided in that way, know that you can trust your own intuition above your ego's plans and judgments and attachments to certain outcomes. Now, with Action in the upright position, I do hear, and it's funny, Yin Yang reversed also just came out. Okay, so let's take this all together here. Action upright, I heard Divine Feminine, go forth to your own highest healing and happiness, even if at times to your physical self, from your ego's perspective, you may fear that you are leaving your divine masculine behind. You are not leaving him behind, because I do see with yin yang reversed, it's like there is this feeling of, once again, this connection being unbalanced in some way, a divine feminine being guided, being almost pushed, literally pushed. I'm hearing circumstances. I hear a divine feminine saying, it got so bad I had no choice, or like it was so in my face I had no choice but to do XYZ, to leave, to physically disconnect, to create this space, whatever the case was. But I'm hearing that you are strongly divinely guided, like more than you realize if you're connecting with this. And if you're being guided to take some kind of action intuitively and it feels right in your heart and soul, there's a reason for that. I feel that you yourself, divine feminine, who is listening to this, you are going through some kind of deep level healing process that could, for some of you listening, require a kind of physical 3D disconnect from your person. Now, of course, this won't be for everyone, But for many of you listening, there could be a need for this time of lessened communication, this time of focusing on yourself, focusing on your own healing, potentially even being somewhat separated. But of course, as I said that, I heard the soul stepping in to say there is no true separation. It's all an illusion, but allow things to be that way in the physical. If that is the environment your physical body needs to process these intense energies that you are processing, not only for you, but for your twin. And I see this yin yang card like flipping from the reverse to the upright position. The longer you heal, forgive in the sense of letting go, surrendering to divine timing, even if it doesn't make sense to your ego, surrendering to the path you're being intuitively guided down, even if your ego can't see or connect the dots forward to how this is going to lead to a physical reunion. And once again, above all else, absolutely, if you have not yet, establish a morning meditation practice, especially in the morning, because right when you wake up, your conscious mind is still dormant from that period of sleep during which the conscious mind is completely dormant. It's still very inactive in the morning. So this means it's the ideal time to set the tone energetically within your aura and for your day. So I recommend meditating to a subliminal for 15 to 20 minutes every single morning. I personally use both my general 7 chakra clearing and my twin flame 7 chakra clearing on a playlist together that I've created. You can create your own custom playlist as a member on my site, soundandsoulful.com. So be sure to create whatever playlist resonates with you and just allow yourself to meditate, to clear your energy every single morning, especially right now, because we are again experiencing very intense, powerful shifts on the planet, and we are experiencing them the most intensely as twin flames, because very often twin flames will choose to process forerunner energies for the collective. So to be the first to download new information, to integrate new energies into our being individually, into our connection with our twin, and ultimately into collective consciousness. So just be highly self-aware of your own energy at this time and really care for yourself in whatever way you need to be cared for right now. So as I was shuffling, this is so interesting. All of those cards we pulled initially, the yin yang reversed, the magician, the mirror reversed, are now coming out in the upright position. So this is really me seeing this shift as the divine feminine chooses to follow her intuition, chooses to continue cultivating that core confidence, that solar plexus energy, chooses to surrender, to forgive, in the sense of fully surrendering to divine timing and to where her intuition is guiding you, guiding her or you, depending on whether you are the divine feminine. This will bring the connection into balance. So I do want to get more details on that. So once again, if you would like details on how this connection is going to come into balance, how this is bringing this twin flame connection into balance, the details on that will be in the extended, which is linked in the pinned comment under this video, as well as letter initials of people who could potentially be involved in this situation. So again, all of that is in the pinned comments. But I do just want to ask what the divine feminine is feeling on a higher self level. So what is this divine feminine feeling on a higher self level, on a soul level? The first card coming out here is the 4th chakra, which is the heart chakra reversed. The second card is the goddess of the moon in the upright position. And I instantly heard the message, there have been walls around your heart. I hear this divine feminine's higher self speaking to her physical 3D self. There have been walls around your heart, beautiful divine soul, but those walls are crumbling. Those walls are coming down. Allow those walls to crumble. Allow those walls to fall. I know, and I'm tearing up as I say this because I know this is going to resonate in someone's heart and soul. I know that this is a time of pain for you at times in the physical. This is a time of processing. That is why you are feeling this pain, not because you're doing something wrong, not because something is going wrong with your connection or that something is wrong with you, because I do see a divine feminine who is at times self-judging, who wonders, is there something wrong with me? I heard her saying, am I just not worthy of love? Nothing like that is going on here. What is happening is these walls around your heart, are crumbling so that you can fully step into your power, into your true authenticity. And remember, healing is not linear. This is a process. This is a day-to-day shifting transformation, a metamorphosis you are going through. With Goddess of the Moon upright, you are going to thrive. I just heard you will survive this. I hear someone saying, like, I don't even know how to survive this situation. You will survive this, and not only survive, but you will thrive. You will continue to step into your power despite, I just heard like this storm, this metaphorical storm that feels like it's raging around you. Now, I do want to know what these potential heart chakra blocks were for this Divine Feminine. So how was this Divine Feminine's heart chakra blocked? Okay. Contract in the upright position. There was some kind of karmic contract or karmic cycle presenting itself here, either specifically for this Divine Feminine or for her masculine. And I just see someone like looking through a window. Metaphorically, it's like she was seeing her Divine Masculine go through some kind of karmic cycle or karmic contract of his own. And this was causing her a lot of pain, causing these walls around her heart to, I just heard, I let you in and you betrayed me. I almost hear it's like someone feeling like they let a spy into their country or something. Like metaphorically, it's like you let someone into your confidence and they betrayed you. But I feel like this is how this Divine Feminine's ego self, human self, feels in response to the hurt she is experiencing through this experience of the walls around her heart coming down. It's causing her to feel pain and to feel betrayed in some sense. Now, I will be channeling specifics on who or what could have been involved in this karmic contract or karmic cycle that was causing this Divine Feminine pain, as well as letter initials that could connect with this. So all of those details will be in the extended, which is linked in the pinned comment under this video. So I do now just want to turn to the Divine Masculine's higher self. So do keep in mind, these are higher self soul level messages. They can sometimes be different than what you are experiencing in the physical, in the 3D world. And all of that really just depends on how connected or disconnected you are to your divine self, to your soul self. So what is this Divine Masculine feeling on a higher self soul level? The Garden and the Gate in the reverse position. I just instantly heard a Divine Masculine saying, I feel locked out of your life, and he's speaking to the Divine Feminine. So why does this Divine Masculine feel locked out of the Divine Feminine's life? Appreciation in the upright position. I'm actually going to read a little bit about this card just to see how it connects. This card shows a woman holding a single rose. She enjoys the scent and beauty of the single blossom, yet around her and behind her are bramble bushes. This decision shifts your consciousness from lack to value. This is really interesting. I want more details on how this connects. So, how is this Divine Masculine feeling locked out of this Divine Feminine's life? By the way, the word rose, or like the image of roses, keeps coming up. So many cards just flew out. I'm going to have to reshuffle these to just get a few cards. The word situation and quickly came out. So you could have experienced some kind of situation that seemed to change very quickly. I don't know if someone seemed to do like a 180 or something along those lines. Like, I keep feeling like someone could have like reached out and then not responded after a few messages, like that kind of energy. That won't specifically be for everyone, but there's like this energy of like a situation seeming to change very, very fast, or someone perceiving that the other person's feelings or level of commitment or something is changing very fast. So we were getting clarification on the appreciation card, and the word or the card action came out. So I'm actually seeing like there could be, because this action card came out when we were speaking to the Divine Feminine's 3D self, and I was saying in that moment, Divine Feminine, go forth to your highest healing and happiness. And I do feel now a masculine who is perceiving or kind of watching that Divine Feminine go on to her highest healing and happiness. And I hear him saying like, in the physical, I feel locked out from that process. However, on a higher self level, I know that it's necessary because I myself am in my own process of healing. And it's like, for some reason, I'm just hearing like I have to I have to let go, I have to let you go, I have to let go of control, something like that. I'm going to see if I can get more details. Patience in the reverse. So there could be a masculine who's, I just heard like I'm feeling impatient about my own healing. It's almost like kind of funny, like this masculine's higher self is impatient with his physical 3D self at not hurrying up this healing process because he so wants or can see clearly the possibility of this reunion or something like that. I'm going to see if I can get any more information from this Divine Masculine's higher self. So what else is this Divine Masculine thinking or feeling at this time? Anxiety in the reverse position. I'm actually going to read a little bit about this card from the guidebook. This nightmare of a card reverse could mean one of two things. Either a recent problem is on its way out, causing you to feel more relaxed, or you have mastered the old habit of worry and have freed yourself from the anxiety within. More relaxed and peaceful times are coming. It's odd because I almost actually hear this Divine Masculine's higher self indicating something here very opposite to what his 3D self is feeling, because I do strongly feel that there's a Divine Masculine here who is actually feeling a lot of, I see someone like trying to hold on so tight, feeling a lot of anxiousness, feeling a lot of uncertainty about something in his life, potentially even about the future of this connection, if that resonates with you, or you, if you are a Divine Feminine, may not even be aware of the anxieties that he's feeling. But I hear his higher self here saying to his 3D self, like, release those feelings of fear, release those control issues. And in fact, I feel that if he is going through a situation that is causing him anxiety, that is causing him to feel disconnected, to feel locked out from the Divine Feminine's life, the irony here is this situation is actually presenting itself to teach him how to release control, how to release his anxieties, how to fully support the Divine Feminine, not just energetically, but even in the physical as well through this kind of process. It's like there's some kind of lesson being learned here. I want to see if I can get any final messages from this Divine Masculine's higher self. By the way, the words Europe, coffee, and inside. I heard inside as in like, I keep it all inside, specifically referring to this anxiety because, again, I do feel in the physical, this Divine Masculine is feeling a lot of anxiousness, potentially even specifically about this connection, but that they're not fully opening up about that. Beware of what you are projecting, for the qualities you admire in one another are qualities you both possess. Equally so, the qualities you don't like are also your own reflection. This is really interesting. I feel that for some twin flames I'm connecting with, there is this very strong mirroring that is playing out in the physical. And I say playing out because, of course, this mirroring energetically is always taking place. But I just feel that some of you who are listening could be feeling the effects of mirroring and triggering, but I heard unconsciously. So there could be a situation like an argument, a disagreement, confusion, some kind of chaos going on for someone listening that they're not fully aware of this, I feel consciously. But this is some kind of example of a trigger, like coming from a mirroring, triggering as a result of mirroring, meaning that your person is reflecting back to you something going on within yourself that needs to be addressed. And the reason this triggering is happening is for the purpose of deeper level healing and accelerated soul growth and evolution. So I will be channeling specifics on what exactly is being mirrored and triggered in this situation. If that does connect with you, those details will be channeled in the extended version of this reading, which again is linked in the pinned comment under this video. And I will be going ahead and also channeling some more specific higher self love messages in the extended version as well. So be sure to explore that if you would like more details on this reading. But for now, I am going to close out the YouTube public version of this reading. So thank you so much for being here today. and not just for being here, but for literally sharing your energy here, making an energetic contribution by your presence here, co-creating this channel and all of these messages along with me. If you do resonate with me and with these readings and my content, be sure to subscribe and join our community of like-minded, conscious, creative beings here on YouTube. You can also follow me on Instagram at Magnetize Yourself, where I post more regular energy updates for the Twin Flame Collective. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. If you would like to explore the subliminals recommended in this reading, which are the 7 chakra clearing, the Twin Flame 7 chakra clearing, and the solar plexus chakra activation, all of those are linked as well in the pinned comment and description box. And again, you can try out any of the subliminals I've created completely free for 7 days by creating a free trial account on my website. Thank you so much again for joining me here today. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will talk to you again in the next reading.